Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Fortune Loot Table. Today we're going to be talking about 6 Fortune. And oh my god, there's so much wrong information about 6 Fortune out there. I think I'm gonna spend a huge chunk about this video just talking about all of the misconceptions that people have. And hopefully at the end of the video, you guys know everything there is to know about Fortune so you can fully utilize it to gain your LP. So let's get right into it. This is the Fortune Loot Table, from like the 6 Fortune Loot Table. That is everything. It is a total of 8 different outcomes. So let's go over them. So we have an eco with a little bit of gold, an item component with a bit of gold, a legendary unit with a bit of gold, a spatula, a thief's gloves, a boot, a force of nature, and 3 item components. So probably the first question you're gonna be having is about the boot. What is the boot? Okay, so the boot is like, I don't have, like I have a clip of getting the boot, but I don't have a clip of my little legend running around with it because unfortunately on the PBE practice mode, you can only select the river sprite and it doesn't work on the river sprite. So yeah, so I'm gonna just be showcasing some pictures, how it looks like. It's pretty much just a boot gets put on top of your little legend. As far as I can tell, it's permanent, and it's honestly just like something fun. But yeah, you don't have to worry about getting this outcome and it potentially ruining your game, because as you can see, it's in the rare category. Now, I do have a decent amount of data on 6 Fortune, but all of my predictions regarding probability will be very rough. So just to give you guys an idea about what are you like likely to get and unlikely to get. So we have for the common, we have the item component and the Nico. I would say this is like 50 to 70% of your outcomes, these two combined. So this is what you're going to be seeing most of the time. In fact, I think Nico was also super likely. So right on 10.24, Nico is actually getting nerfed. So it's going to be a little bit of less likely to get it right now. But those two are going to be dominating the 6 Fortune outcomes. Then you have like the uncommon ones. I would probably put them in the 5 to 10% range, somewhere in that department. So you can get like a legendary, a spatula, or a thief's gloves. And then we have the rare ones. So these are like in the 1 to 3% range, something in that department. Like I said, I don't really have enough data to make a super accurate prediction, but it's definitely extremely rare. Like, for example, in 106 Fortune outcomes, I think I got the 3 item component outcome once. So right now I would probably put it towards the 1% range. But yeah, definitely extremely rare. So the thing about the boot is you're not gonna see this a whole lot. Like I've seen the boot just a very, very few months of times after, like, you know, over 100 outcomes for 6 Fortune. And so in case it ever happens to you in a live game, honestly, just consider it more of a fun memory than it actually being a negative outcome for you, because it won't happen to you a lot. Maybe it will never happen to you in the entirety of set 4. So just keep this in mind. Other than that, I would say these 3 can be considered as the jackpot. So I think there's a misconception about the 6 Fortune jackpot. Like I think people expect like this absolute insane outcome, but at the end of the day, the jackpot for 6 Fortune just means better outcomes. So getting like 3 item components instead of 1 item component, or getting a force of nature instead of just a spatula. So I think this is just what Riot means when they were like talking about having a jackpot in the 6 Fortune loot table. But okay, so now we're gonna have to talk a little bit about how 6 Fortune works, because I've heard the craziest things, and hopefully I can clear up everything. So the thing about 6 Fortune is it's completely tied to winning. Like if you win when you have the 6 Fortune trait on the board and you win, then pretty much this wheel can spin. You get one of these outcomes, and that's it. That is 6 Fortune. But also 6 Fortune kind of means you have 3 Fortune running simultaneously in the background. So every time you win, you're going to pull something from the 3 Fortune loot table, and you're going to be winning something from the 6 Fortune loot table. So I provided 2 examples to clear this up. So assuming you have, let's say you have 6 fortune on the board and you lose, now you lose 3 times and then you win. The end result would be that you would be receiving 1 outcome from the 3 fortune loss table. So for example, 12 gold and an eco. But because you also won, you get 1 of the outcomes from the 6 fortune loot table, which for example might be 6 gold and an eco. So your total outcome would now be 18 gold and 2 ecos. And here's an example what happens if you win streak with 6 fortune. If you win streak with 6 fortune, you will always trigger the 0 loss from 3 fortune. So you're gonna be getting 2, 3, 4 gold, a tier 2 unit, a tier 3 unit, and you're gonna be getting one of the outcomes from 6 fortune loot table. And honestly, that's it. There is no, like, you can't do like 10 losses with 6 fortune and then expect like this crazy outcome. It would just means you get this crazy outcome from the 3 fortune loot table and one of the outcomes from the 6 fortune table. And I think this is important for you to know, because I see people who like maintain a great, like a lose streak, and they would get this great outcome from 3 losses, but they're still insisting on running the 6 fortune in a loss streak. But that's a terrible mistake, because if you want to break the loss streak, to have like the amazing outcome from the 3 fortune loot table, you know, if you have like a great loss streak and you want something great from the 3 fortune loot table, what you should be doing is kick out the 6 fortune, make your board stronger, because all you might get is like, you know, an extra Nico, an extra item component, but that's it. Like, there is no real value in running 6 fortune if you're looking to break your streak, or if you actually want to get rid of the fortune or anything in that department. So keep this in mind. If like 6 fortune is like a strategy, it's a win more strategy. 6 fortune is all about winning, collecting those Nikos, collecting those legendaries, maybe get lucky with the force of nature, maintain, like, advance your lead, you know, get a legendary, use the Nikos for 2-star legendary, and then use that to keep win streaking. This is what 6 fortune is about, and 3 fortune is about losing. So every time you're running 6 fortune and you can't maintain the win streak, get rid of it, because it's pointless. You'll never get any value out of it. You might as well just run the 3 fortune and then try to break it with a stronger board, or just get rid of fortune altogether. That's pretty much your choices here. So yeah, hopefully this clears up all of the misconceptions regarding fortunes. But if you still have any questions regarding them, feel free to post them in the comments. I'll take a look at them. And yeah, that was it from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe, and see you guys the next time.